Well, greetings. This is Interstellar Radio. Today's date is October 19th, 2019. We have a new guest on the line. This is Blue Light. Greetings.
Hello, hello.
Well,
nice to be here.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'd like to introduce yourself a little bit. Anything you'd like to want the world to know?
I'm from South Africa. I recently got into channeling. So I've been channeling in my sleep for a while. I had my quote-unquote awakening 2 years ago, where I was visited by my Zeta family. And yeah, so this is kind of something that my spirit guides have been calling me to do, to put myself out there and open up my abilities to bring healing and knowledge to different people at this. What else? Yeah, that's about it. I do some tarot reading, and connect with my star family.
Yeah. So, yeah, when we had like a session like 20 minutes in, I knew that you're ready for this. So
yeah.
So here we are.
I had some dreams like of having to come and join this kind of I suppose the community, because I always I suppose it's my Zeta aspects. I just like to sit back and observe. So yeah.
All right. Well, this is your out in the wild.
Yeah, gonna be learning a lot.
So yeah, we're not gonna. So we're still early in all this, so we're gonna keep it kind of, we're not gonna go too deep. Like we would do a neutron, but be kind of the same kind of neutron type of format. So So we'll just, at least I called you by your right name, so I'm calling you Retro or something like that. Like I'm calling neutron retro neutron, or I can't keep track anymore. So I'll just start calling them Blue Light too. So, all right. So whenever you're ready, you can bring in. So who is it that you're gonna? Who you're gonna bring in, or are you just gonna keep it open?
I think there's gonna be a Zeta collective.
Okay.
Yeah, a Zeta collective that wants to connect at this time.
All right.
Okay, let me just.
It's all yours. All right. Thank you. Blessings.
Okay. Blessings. Greetings. We are connecting at this time. We are excited to be sharing with you information and energies at this point.
And you're the Zeta Collective. Do you have a name?
We will be. Zeta Collective is fine.
Okay.
A5, A6, and A7 in particular will be connecting at an individual level with this channel.
Is there a message for humanity? Something that you want humanity to know about yourselves?
There is much fear around our energies. This is because of our contracts in the past, energies with humanity. As humanity was at a very low vibration, they called in our energies, our aspects of themselves to connect and to experience each other. There was much learning during that time of opening of the Zeta Collective to connecting with humanity. It was not always done in the best of ways. There is many that have been abducted through our collective and shut down or through fear. This is coming to light, and is why some do not wish to connect with us. There is much healing to be done that is now coming in through the positive aspects of the Zeta collective, as humanity is coming into their strength or into their stride. There is more lighter energies to be connected with, and thus we can now connect.
Nice. Yeah, can you speak about the Zeta abductions in the past?
It was of genetic hybridization of programs that we had with the contracts with humanity's leaders. It was to bring us, our energies, to a place of healing, of connecting with the feminine energies, of the intuition, of the heart chakra, of balancing. It was also contracts with individuals who wished, when reincarnating in this lifetime, to experience their different aspects, as it is a reflection of themselves in a way. There is the Barney and Betty Hill that had connections, that is well known within the collective, places of isolation, desert areas, of less protected. There are portal energies within Nevada, energies of allowing of extraterrestrials to interact. It is often contactees or abduction people who have been abducted, who go to these areas to seek out these energies, to seek out these experiences for their own higher learning. That is all we wish to say at this point on our abductions.
Is there anything you say about your collective, what you're doing right now?
We are assisting with energies of technologies, of bringing in higher vibrational energies with regards to technologies. The AI is something that we are also involved with. There are 0-point energies which have been suppressed on this earth, which we have been involved with the past. Humanity was not ready for these technologies, as there were many lessons still to be learned, which these technologies would prevent or make difficult. And now is the time for people will be receiving downloads of knowings of these technologies. It is already in the collective understanding, as many know of Nikola Tesla, who popularized the idea, as he was not the only one. He was simply picking up on the energies that were present during the time. He made contact with extraterrestrial knowledges to build the tower of bringing in, through the water energies, electricity There was times in the past where the leaders were given opportunities to have these technologies, but they rejected it. Instead, they wished to continue learning through war, through oils, which are of a lower density. It is what served their interest of power, of control, of the Illuminati, who had investments in these ventures. We are also within the UN helping with peace, at least to get people to be talking with one another, even with not agreeing, but simply talking, simply airing what it is that they feel. It's also of cleansing energies of manipulation, as many use philanthropy or charities as a means to combat karma, negative karma, or to alleviate karmatic connections. We are also working with the trees in allowing for new energies to be cleansed from the trees, as they have absorbed a much dense energies, especially in state parks in the United States. There is or has been much abductions happening of portal energies, of state manipulations, of tree energies, where of connections with bases, reptilian energies underneath these forests, these state parks. We are providing healing now to these areas so that humanity can once again connect with the trees, to ground, to bring healing in, and to open one's chakras.
Your relationship with the UN, do you connect to them in the physical?
No. So some might see us within their third eye chakra, or feel our energies within their technologies. We assist in meetings with the technologies from interference of other beings. We allow for transmission of connections of the minds between the individuals, of telepathy, of opening up, of to receive higher source knowledge, and to receive our own knowledge that we wish to impart on them. There may be time in the future where others may interact with us on the physical level. However, this is still to come.
Nice. What about the alien interaction with other ETs, or physical? I mean, does other governments do, like American government, have a physical connection with extraterrestrials?
They have physical connections of Pentagon energies. We have worked with the higher up generals of military. We have worked with pentagon energies of scientists. Some have seen us and work with us on a physical level. However, there is still much fear as our vibrations are very different, and this causes a fear of the other, as there is still much learning to be done with understanding the reflection of oneness, as we are a version or a vibration of humanity, and this fear is the fear of humanity's own self.
Yeah, makes sense. Oh, what can you say about the tall blondes, the Palladian tall blonde Nordics?
We
influence. Yep.
Work with them in our ships. We connect to bring about healing of the heart chakra. They work with star seeds or those that have connected to their vibration or have reincarnated with the Palladian and Nordic vibrations. They work with the energies of the oceans to provide healing for Mother Earth as she is going through many hardships in grounding humanity's energies, in healing through the oceans, as the oceans are a magnet for cleansing of lower density, lower astral energies. It is why there is some oil spills that happen, or coral reefs that are having to take on these energies. There are also plastic. It is a reflection of humanity's own own connection with their emotions. There's much cleansing to be done. And so Mother Earth and the Palladians help with cleansing the oceans, removing plastic, microplastics that may be accumulating to a point where it is too damaging. So they are assisting, and we are assisting with our technologies to allow them to do these things. It is a co-creational connection of healing of our own connective consciousness and of themselves, the Palladians, of learning about our vibrations and of our understandings of source consciousness of the cosmos.
What can you say about Antarctica?
There is much cover-ups. As you can see in the media, there are many that go of officials, of comedians even. They themselves have been connected to Antarctic energies. There are sacred knowledges to be discovered here and has been discovered. They are, when the earth is shifting now, the icebergs are melting and they are releasing this energy into the collective consciousness, this light code that has been stored in the ice, waiting to be revealed. There's much fear around the ice melting, and there will be many adjustments, but this is a positive thing, as it shows that the earth is shifting and is ready to receive the energies of the ice that is stored within it. There are also spacecrafts that have been grounded in the ice or stored. There's also connections to ancient energies of which Hitler wanted to tap into, or was tapping into.
So there's a lot of control come from Antarctica.
There are negative beings that have been using this place as a scientific for experimentation of, as it is cannot be found or stumbled into easily. It is isolated. There is technologies of weather control that come from Antarctic regions, but this is also becoming weakened with the melting of the ice. It is revealing the truth of what has taken place in this area to be healed. Many will tap into Antarctic. There is many Atlantis collections to be found, crystalline energies as well that have been used.
What do you have to say
about? We are
about
grounding at this moment.
Okay. Okay.
Continue.
Yeah. What is your opinion about the secret space program?
It is part of the awakening. It is there. It is a mixture of fear, of connection, and of higher understandings of what is happening around. There is some manipulation of fear of the apocalypse, of we are trying to find the words. It is because it is a reflection of humanity, as there is much fear for opening up, but this energy is there to awaken, to as a spring or a source, a beginning, and it is through connecting with, we are grounding. There is interference.
Right, sending energy. Can you explain the interference?
It is those who do not wish for me to reveal. Reptilian energies.
Yeah.
Feline energies as well. They are not pleased with me. We'll move on to a different topic to break this interference, and we shall come back.
Okay. Yeah, you can bring it up later on. Can you say anything about Nevada? Why it's such a important place for alien activity? Yeah.
The energies of the deserts connect with many extraterrestrial beings, such as the Zetas. It is of desolation, but it is also of connecting to plant medicines, of cactus energies. It is also of ancient shamanic energies, as many in the past would go on vision quests in the deserts, as you can see the reflection of one's own fears in the hallucinations, as one calls it. It is the desert's energies which bring about these hallucinations or visions. It is a sacred energy. It is also away from the interference of humanity's control systems of grids that have been placed. It is like a hole within these grids which we are allowed or have permission to enter through. There are also portal energies that are very ancient, connecting with Sumerian energies of ancient Egypt. You will find that you see that the ancient Egypt is surrounded by desert, as it is a very important place to channel energy to the earth, like a beam of light, like a satellite of absorbing, channeling the energies, and the energies of Nevada, of the deserts, allow for this like a basin or like a satellite to hone in on, and thus you can connect with the desert energies to connect with us, as it is easier within the deserts. As you can see, when you go into the desert, there's not much light pollution. You can connect with the stars, with the cosmic energies around you. You can connect with nature. And it is also of a place of survival. Even in harshest environments, there is life. And it is like a plant that grows within this. We are connecting again. It is like a plant that grows within this. It is resilient. It is strong. It can channel the cosmic energies of the stars, of the planets. It relies on the universe to give its substance. And that is the message that we have for humanity when connecting with the deserts, is to see when you are in your own desert, when things are tough, when energies are dense around you, you must go within. You must connect with the higher perspective to remove clouding of judgment, so that you can see your own connection, your own greatness. The desert is a very still place, and it is within the stillness that one will find the light within your own darkness.
So the deserts are connected to Atlantis. So like the deserts are like knowledge. Yes. And yeah.
Yes, there are Atlantean energies in the Sahara. It is a place of crystalline energies. The deserts also protect by the sand and the wind covering. This will be revealed as the shift in energy is happening, humanity has not yet been ready to receive this energy, and so it has been covered by the sands. It will be revealed when you are ready. Blessings.
So there's a higher knowledge in the Sahara, and in oceans, and once we upgrade our vibration, we'll be able to see it.
Yes, it is like a mystery to be put together. As you gain power, insight into yourself, into others, and you are no longer fearful of connecting with others and of connecting with one's own shadow, the outside reality will begin to reflect this. It will begin to show the internal reality. At first, it will only be a few who can see the different vibrations of the deserts and the oceans, of connecting to their past lives, Atlantean energies. But this will slowly ripple out and vibrate upon itself like a drop in a pool. It will slowly gain momentum, and each ripple will be bigger than the previous. And this is the unfolding of human consciousness at this time, as it is expanding from a contracted state, opening up on itself and allowing connection.
So, what's your opinion about Atlantis?
It was of great pain and learning. It was part of the cosmic way of teaching, of going into darkness, of source consciousness in humanity, going into darkness to find oneself, to discover what it is that it truly is, to go into darkness and to find light within the darkness. It was a test which humanity fought for itself, some out of arrogance, out of conceit, out of the misalignment of DNA, others out of wanting to grow deeper, wanting to connect to higher aspects, to test oneself of the power that they can possess, and whether or not they could take that power and still come back from it and get within themselves again. It was of connecting to the crystals during this time period of the consciousness of humanity. Many crystals of this period still are within the earth. They are being activated by light workers, or my channel is not happy with the word light workers. It is happy with the word starseed. It will be fine, she says.
Okay. Yeah, makes sense. Understood. Yeah.
Many who are starseeds have past lives in Atlantis, as it was important for the development of the soul. If one was to work with Earth or to bring light to Earth in the darkness, one had to be in the light as well, and to see what it was like to go into darkness. It was of power, of control, of greed, of wanting to be better, not realizing that one is always connected, always part of greater source consciousness, that there is no greater, there is simply oneness. It was a lesson of separation. If you forget who you are and you're still able to come back from that, to go into the worst parts of yourself, to go into the worst aspects of yourself, to face trauma, to face your own self, and to come back from that, that is of celebration, of joy, of the expression of the universe. It is part of change itself. It is the mission of source consciousness to know itself, to test itself, to discover every aspect of itself in different versions, in different perspectives.
So to have trauma is to enhance the soul, to better it.
Trauma is like breaking a glass or a plate. It is only when you take the pieces. It is a practice within the Japanese culture to mend these pieces with gold. And it is not surprising that it is gold, because that is of love, of power, but of enlightenment power. And you take these broken pieces and you form them back, and you then realize the beauty of the shape of what you are. And it is a joy to put these pieces together, to find how they fit, to examine them, to take within your hand and examine the trauma and also the strength which you learned about yourself in this trauma. As there's never a trauma without a lesson. There's never an unnecessary lesson. All is planned, all is called upon. And once one heals, it is almost more radiant, more beautiful, because you have tested yourself to the extremes. And that is what Earth is. It is a test. It is what humanity has been going through, of learning about oneself. It is easy to know oneself in the light, but it is harder to know oneself within the dark. And that is amazing lesson.
So, I mean, this world, that's why it's, you know, because it's, enhancing the soul on many levels, and maybe not disliked by other alien species because of it.
Many of our genetics, and with our genetics comes our own karmas, our own things that we do not wish to look within ourselves. As we exist on a higher frequency, we do not sometimes wish to view the darkness of our own souls, the darkness which is a part of us. And so humanity incarnates with different genetic connections to their soul families, to extraterrestrials, and they play out our karmatic repressions. And by doing so, we are learning through humanity's collective about ourselves, about what we have neglected. And this is assisting us.
Yeah, because there's this close connection between Zetas and humans. What is your perspective? How can you explain that to people?
There are many versions of, depending on the connection. However, we will speak about one connection. We are a version of humanity who went into darkness, into the mind. We separated our mind from the feminine energies. We need to ground.
Okay.
We are able to continue.
Mm-hmm.
We are different versions of humanity who went down a path of disconnection, of adopting, instead of connecting with source, we wish to connect with technology. It is not that it is bad, it is not that it is good, it is simply that we learned through this, and through this we had to go through destroying our planet, of learning the dangers of opening portals through nuclear explosions, or the misuse of nuclear. It is why we connected with humanity during this time when humanity started to use nuclear power, because it is very powerful. It is like splitting open higher dimensions, and these dimensions pour into each other, mix, and this can be quite destructive to all dimensions. That is why in the future there will be a disarmament of nuclear weapons, of removing, as this is a control mechanism. And thus we are also the archetype of the mind. We had to take the mind to the extremes, to learn it, to know it, to discover source energy through the mind. But it is also by doing that we disconnected from the heart. And this is what we are now wanting to say to humanity, is to balance the mind and the heart. The heart is a very powerful tool of healing, of love, of connection. It must not be out of balance with the mind. There is no fear to be had with the mind, but there is also no fear to be had with the heart. Many are afraid to be vulnerable, to being open, as this has been used in the past, or they have found it difficult to open up due to traumas relating to others hurting.
With the Zetas, are you? So you're connected to the your DNA is connected to the reptilians and then sectoids.
We have many connections with the reptilians, both on karmic levels and on genetic levels. Many of us have connections with mantis beings as leaders, or as they too collect on a collective level, and we are of similar vibrations. We had to learn our own power we are still learning this. We are still learning to take our own power, to know that we are powerful, that we do not need to be manipulated. There are many of our collectives that have been mind controlled to serve reptilians. They do not even have within them a sense of the individual, or as they have been programmed to serve. We are slowly coming out of this, slowly healing our brethren. We are also healing reptilians as we come out of this, as they have also been mistreated, and thus they have reenacted their mistreatment on us. It is a way of learning, of healing, but as we heal ourselves, we are also healing them.
So, can you say anything about alien disclosure? Any timelines you can mention? Anything about the future?
2020 is a very powerful energy. There will be a lot more sightings, and it will be harder to simply push out of reality, as this third density reality is now not strong enough to sustain the illusions that protect humanity. It is now coming into greater knowings, greater connections. Many will fight this as they have grown comfortable, as they do not see a way, an alternate way of living. It is like a bad marriage where you have been together for so long that you do not know how to conceptualize yourself outside of the relationship. You cannot even foresee someone else loving you or being loved by another person. And that is why when humanity is fighting this, because they do not wish for the old connection to third reality, we are receiving interference. There is also the media who will now start speaking. This has already been happening, but many have been laughing at it. It is going to be more taken seriously, as this will not be able to be pushed back down. It is like a slingshot where one is tightening the end. Once it is released, there is no stopping the energy from changing.
Nice.
Many will begin to awaken to past life connections. They will simply see a person and feel, I know you from somewhere. Why do I feel so close to you? There is also soul tribes that are coming together at this time, as they are like a grid over the earth, bringing in the light codes onto removing Anunnaki grids, Archon grids. It is why you are all spread out along these grids to channel in this light energy. Many will have to face the darkness that they have repressed. There is much darkness and much healing to be done before physical connections will be made. However, on individual basis, these physical connections will become more prominent. We will visit those whose energies wish and call to us through dreams. We synchronize our energies through the dream state so that the human can come to terms with us on a subconscious level. We will then be speaking and interacting with individuals on the astral levels to give downloads to help open up psychic gifts. Then we will use holographic energies in the corner of one eye, or you might see us and look and not see us again. This will make many feel paranoid, but it is so that you may not be overwhelmed when you see us in real 3D. That is all we wish to say on this.
Okay. All right. Any messages or any beings, anything you would want humanity to know before we close out?
Connection with one's body. Many have disconnected from their bodies as trauma, as shame, as they look at their bodies and they do not like who they see. It is working with this, of not being shameful of one's body, of loving one's body. As one connects with the body, one is also connecting with spirit, as all is one. This is important. Whatever people feel they need to do, whether that's walking, whether that's swimming, whether that's simply lying in the grass naked, it is a comfortableness with the body that is needed at this time, as shame blocks high vibrational energies. It is also healing of the sexual energies, of knowing that one's body is beautiful, worthy of love. That is all we wish to say. Okay. We are grateful for this connection. We will be connecting with you.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for coming in. All right. Blessings.
Oh.
All right.
My legs start to tingle.
Yeah, it's been, an hour can be kind of, long. You feel all right?
Yeah, I'm just like, I feel lightheaded slightly.
Yeah, you'll get used to that. It'll clear out.
Was it good?
Yeah. Yep, very good.
That's good.
Okay. Anything you want to say anything to anyone? What you're seeing or anything, or you want to share anything? I don't know. You don't have to, but
just the sun energies.
Okay.
Being important for opening up, for radiating out of one's heart chakra. You can do a meditation using the sun for your heart chakra to open up.
Okay. Okay. All right. Thank you.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Yeah.
I'm being a neutron now.
Yeah. All right. Well, if you
Okay.
have any, if you have anything like that, I'll post it in the description. So, all
Okay.
right. Okay. All right. Well, we'll have you back on next week, but we'll have to figure out when.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
all right. All right. Much love, everyone. All right. Night.